This is Fatuma, a resident of Kampala who relies on public transport to move through the city with her 2 children. For many, the morning commute is routine, but here it can be a daily challenge. Waiting for the taxi, a 14-seater minibus, to fill up can take time, and that is before facing the long crawl through traffic into the city.
Kati mu kusoomoozebwa okwo, oluusi ntuuka ku mulimo ng'obudde bugenze, oluusi kale sobola kukwata budde kutuuka ku mulimo gwange ng'obudde bukyali.
Fatuma's morning routine mirrors that of thousands of women across Kampala who rely on public transport every single day. Others, like Babirie, took a different path. Years ago, when she worked as a school teacher, she relied on bodas, motorcycle taxis, to get to work. Somewhere along the way, the ride became more than just transport. She fell in love with it.
So I got interested in that course when I was going to school, when people were stopping me, nengamba bino bikola. So kati netandika mpola from down there nga simalina kulamuza nga bannange banyambako ne bakulamuliza n'otwala omuntu n'okomawo until when I grew up and I became professional rider ate nenyingira mu bukulembeze.
Today, riding a motorcycle is Babirie's main job and her main source of income. Through it, she is not only supporting herself, but also encouraging other women to find opportunities in a space traditionally dominated by men. And then there is Evelyn. Against all odds, Evelyn is making a living as a female taxi conductor. Not long ago, she shared a cramped room with a group of girls. Today, she can afford to pay her own rent and buy her own food. But this line of work is not easy, especially for someone bold enough to challenge the norms.
Narina ekigendererwa kyali nti singa mba nfunye ssente nanjagala nkole bizinesi eyange.
Kampala is growing rapidly, and so is its transport sector. With an estimated 200,000 boda riders and more than 1,000 registered stages, the industry is a lifeline for hundreds of thousands of people, while also contributing significant revenue to the government.
Boda government ejifunamu omusolo okuva ku pikipiki ng'eguliddwa amafuta boda zinywa amafuta tugula spare parts pikipiki zaffe zino zoozebwa tulina bamakanika tulina abazooza tulina abakyala abatuguza emmere tuweerera abaana mu masomero gavumenti omulimu gwa boda ereme gutunuliranga kyamuli.
Yet behind every ride lies a quiet tension. A tension between visibility and neglect, between reform and resistance. Riders and operators, often dismissed as informal, carry the weight of the city's mobility, yet their voices are rarely heard, their struggles rarely seen.
Nembeera gye tukoleramu era mulaba stage zaffe ezisinga ziri mu bifo ebibikule open places. Enkuba etusumbwa tunoonya kuteeka elementi zaffe oba amajaketi nga tewali. Tusanga okusoomoozebwa nti ne piki ze tuvuga za buseere mwana wattu kuba amakampani batuwa pikipiki nga zirimu omudidi muyitirivu nnyo. Olaba nga pikipiki egula $5,000,000 ne bakusaba $12,000,000. Then embeera y'okuvuga ku kkubo kimanyi bulungi nti ffe ng'abavuzi ba bodaboda twajja mulimu guno olumu nga tetufunye kutendekebwa kumala n'osanga ng'abavuzi abasinga bamala gayingira mulimu gwe ng'ovuga bulungi ate ye n'avuga bubi n'okaana ng'akoseza accident kakkana nga oyiza olumiziddwa ofunye accident oba oluusi n'ogongo bali addala obutaddamu kukola ki obutaddamu kuvuga boda.
And for women working in this industry, the challenge is even greater. It demands resilience, strength, and determination just to make it through the day.
When we are riding, we normally take men bulungi, but ladies, but in percentage ku 10 osangako nga 30 abakiza abakazi okola ki obavuga. Most ladies ate tebaagala kuwagira ffe bakyala bannaabwe. Most especially others uses the apps. Kati omuntu asobola okurequestinga ate na cancellinga.
Benkola nabo bennyini. abampisa obubi bennyini benkola nabo.
Facing these challenges requires more than courage. It calls for coordinated and deliberate action from government and stakeholders alike. The Kampala Capital City Authority envisions a more mobile and efficient city, but acknowledges that the current transport model does not yet support that vision.
This model that we have actually reveals that many people, a big percentage, are walking. And so we need to see how to package our system so that we address that issue.
Experts agree. As Kampala expands, informal transport has become deeply embedded in the city's daily life. Any real change must come through collective effort, and simply eliminating boda-bodas is not a solution that will work for Kampala.
We are at a point where they are now part of the transportation, the urban transit fabric.
The informal current transport system has to mutate. We will not say we cut it off. Originally we had the thinking that we can tell them to go away. But every time we would attempt to do that, we would get a backlash.
Part of this push for dialogue and reform comes through the Paratransit Consultative Forum, a multi-stakeholder initiative launched in 2019 by the Friedrich Ebert Stiftung in Uganda. The forum was created to address key challenges in the sector: fragmented urban transport planning, limited integration of informal transport into formal systems, institutional conflicts, and tensions between workers and regulators.
There will be competition, and there might be a risk of monopoly, but there has to be negotiation. So the balancing act will always require that there is dialogue. So the Consultative Forum was that space where we can try to do trust building, unity, dialogue, but in a neutral platform.
Slowly, policy is beginning to shift, with people placed at the center of the conversation. In a city where decisions have long been made from the top down, the forum offers something different, a space where dialogue leads the way.
Interacting with these people, you know you are going to design things for people. You are not just designing things for mechanical things, for cars or what. No, you have to have people in the what? In the thinking. And that's a paradigm shift that has been caused by these engagements. If they were not there, I think we would still be in our own way of designing cars everywhere.
But the journey is far from over. As the city grows and the streets grow busier, one question remains: can reform keep pace with the people it is meant to serve?
There's a lot of sensitization we still need. Many times we meet as leaders, but what we discuss in the forum hasn't synced down to the drivers. We still need time. We still need the consultative forum.
Because Kampala's transport system is more than roads and vehicles. It's about the voices of the people who move through the city every day and who, through their journeys, shape the communities they call home.
Tweyagalire mulimu kuba guno omulimu ffe twagwetandikirawo ate gugasizza bannayuganda. Waba otunuulira ebitundu nga 85 ku buli 100 abakozi bali mu industry ya boda. Ate omulimu guno bw'otunuulira boda emu eribwako abantu abasukka 40.
The world has to know that we are capable of doing anything. So long as you're determined to do it.
And when these voices speak, they are asking for more than better transport. They are asking for a fairer city, a just city where movement is a right, not a privilege, and where every journey becomes part of a larger story of belonging.